Oh shit! What's up? I go by Caveman. I am playing Path of Eternity, Pillars of Exile. You get PoE. They're both PoE games. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna try to not mumble this episode. That's my personal goal. Last episode, we finished the keep, just the general keep. We didn't go through the endless stair or whatever it's called in this game. The enemy gauntlet mode. But we said we wanted to make this, so this is getting built. It's going to take 2 days of in-game time. And I don't know what I'm doing now. Actually, I have a couple... Oh yeah, no, so now I can go to... I restored the Barbicans, so I go to Wataka. I think I was mumbling just then. Fuck! I'm already doing terrible. But, yeah, Endless Pass. I don't want to do that one. I found some ruins. I don't think I need to... Alright, yeah, so I think it was kind of implied that the ancient book is in the Endless Pass. I think I'm going to probably avoid the Endless Pass unless I need experience or something pretty bad. Just travel with Durance. I've talked to him a couple times. And travel with Eater. I want to do that one. So basically I'm going to the Defiance Bay, which is where my character's from. And we're going to find out what happened to Adair's brother. Because he seemed...
Sure.
Cool. I want him to like me.
Bit just like your breeches, scholar lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
I don't know what they're talking about. But, is that the go-to? Yeah. Alright, cool. So, we're going to... Where are we going? Defiance Bay. Cool, this place. Damn, there's a bunch of stuff there. Oh, this is so cool. I like this. Actually, we want to... Oh, so we want to go to Woodland Plains and then head up the, Edelwan Bridge. So, to the Woodland Plains. 18 hours. Damn, that's almost one of the entire days I need to get in. I need that. Need that shit. So, how about them load screens? Alright.
I shall be discreet.
You're all better at sneaking now, because I made you all better at sneaking. I haven't had a lot of trouble with combat, so I don't think I need to grind anything. Plus, I'm pretty sure... Ooh, conversation. Ayla seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking in a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
You okay?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
Alright, I don't want to worry him. I do know what to think, so I'm not gonna lie. Out of his mind? I don't think he was out of his mind. Well, okay, he was out of his mind, but like whatever, he knew what he was talking about when he was in his Meerwald persona. There's no point in speculating now. It's
That does seem like the logical course of action. I shall follow your lead.
Cool. Let's move on. I don't think we need to discuss much else.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
Keep it frosty.
Which is not very quiet.
Keep to the road so we don't have to fight a bunch of extra shit. I feel like maybe there's some merit to exploring, but for now at least I'm just going to focus on the main story because this playthrough's taken a minute as it is. Ooh, my hunter!
Hush, Itumak. We'll
Hunter
just
friend.
wait a little longer.
No fast mode. Sign. We're at the Caed Nua west of Defiance Bay. I know. What up? Oh, that's so cool. It's like a dwarven hunter. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hide leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. Like in the picture, she's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up at your approach. That's her pet.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
What? What are you talking about?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persock. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persock's trail is cold, to say the least.
I need to also remember to look. I should actually probably completely hide the. Actually, I shouldn't hide the thing because I got the timer for how long the episode's been going over there. But I keep looking over there to see myself, which is like not productive. Make eye contact. Cold to say the least. Why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in the Deerwood. How long? Her painted brows lower, and her compact muscular frame sags for just an instant. 5 years. Whew. Why can't you find him? He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. Oh, so you looking for me? Could be anyone now.
That about sums it up.
Actually, I know how you feel.
Then you have my sympathies. Hopefully you've got a better lead than I do.
How does that statuette figure into it? How does that strange figurine? If you get that fuck, I did it again. If you get that reference, you're also cool. Which is, I think, Mike might watch this at some point. She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persock. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
I'm totally Persock.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persock, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright for a few hours. But most of the time it looks just like this.
I can take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forked told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course.
I'm not going to try.
I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the wolf's lair and the twining trees. He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
Just show me the figurine. I won't charge you. I'm a legit-ass watcher.
Why?
I'm a real watcher.
You expect me to believe that? After the story I just told you?
You've got nothing to lose by letting me try.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
I like you. You raise the Audra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the waters, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision of cliffs over high water. Of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Your question is greeted with shrugs and silence. Return the figurine. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff. If only my perception was higher.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I told you I'm a watcher. You dumb bitch. If you'd seen the way he stares at dead things, you'd know he's serious. I like you, Adair.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business, and we can look for him on the way.
If this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
Oh, hell yeah! Alright, what's your deal? Oh, you got the little pet icon.
Ready, Watcher.
So what do you do? Being a hunter, what is your steez? Actually, I want to see the character sheet. I really like that character portrait. That's kind of badass. I like that the orcs in this game, not orcs. I like that the dwarves in this game aren't just like, we hail from the frigid Northlands. All my guys just leveled up too. It's gonna be a minute before I can do anything. Alright. Hunter's instincts. So you get some extra accuracy. We get some extra guys. We got marked prey. I think that was one of the active skills. So mark them, plus 20% damage. Shit, 1 per encounter. Oh, I like that. So I think I should be having... I did it again, fuck. I think I should be having all my guys fighting, you know, in the mix, and then her in the back shooting the one guy. Also, I don't know why I'm flipping this pen around, but it feels natural. So I'm gonna do it. Have her in the back shooting one guy, because 20% is a lot of fucking damage. So if every encounter I can have her just pick someone in the back, blow the fuck out of him. Everybody else just growls. Arctic Fox Companion, summon Itumak. Okay, so remember what I said about Frigid Northlands? Apparently it's still Frigid Northlands. Wounding shot. Hobbled. Dex reduced by 2, movement reduced by 1.5, reflex by 20. Pretty good. Versus Fortitude, primary attack, 2 per encounter, so it's just like a... I guess it's extra damage. Oh, okay, so it does normal and then it bleeds. And also hobbles them, which reduces their reflex saves. Which seems like the important portion of that. Weapon focus peasant. Hatchet, spear, Corsair, hunting bow, unarmed. Cool. Yeah. Faithful companion. This is probably kind of distracting, but I want to do this, so. 30 defense against charm, dominated, confused attacks. -5 seconds duration. Cool, so it's hard to... Faithful, because he's faithful. That's cool. I like the naming on that. Oh, well, she's a boreal dwarf. There are probably other non-tree dwarves.
And what does the flame reveal?
Shit. I guess that's probably pretty good. I don't know if I want her that far back, though. I want to edit you. You guys can up a little bit, like... Remain calm. So I'll have you in the way back, and then you... You can probably get in the mix a little bit, honestly, but I want to leave this side open for him to get in. Actually, maybe I have you farther out. No, you can chill back here, and then he'll probably run through them. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea,
Stealthed.
which is not very.
Not very quiet. Oh, hell yeah. To the bridge. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's one of the kind of dope things about Kickstarter, I think, is like they get to spend a lot of their money on localizing the game. What up? We get these things. Astron Mirabilis. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained within the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from the past seem to call out to you. I think I learned that these are Kickstarter supporters, which is cool, but if the stories aren't gonna, like, affect the game at all, then I think I'm gonna skip them. If you start watching... Bridgman is standing on the bridge. If you're watching and you think I should read them, leave a comment, but I feel like nobody even... Alright, Goose and Fox isn't in, it's a commoner. I'm gonna assume everyone's a commoner unless they're like... fancy. Yeah, these are all... Good on you for kickstarting the game. I didn't kickstart it because I think I didn't know about it. I think I didn't have a job at that point, and... Oh, watch yourself in Obsidian.
Welcome.
What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Actually, no, I'm looking on something with Deca. Oh no, you seem to be on edge! Thousands of them. Refugees coming in. Legacy passed them over, so no prospects. No offense. Woo! He's talking shit about me. Alright, where's the Temple of Wodeka? Not sure why you'd want to go there. It's in First Fires. Alright, cool. All I needed to know.
Hmm?
I won't start shit. Calm down. First fires is in the middle, so I need to go down left. Down left to get to the thing. Maybe I'll cover up everything but the timer, because it's like, maybe I'm just a narcissist or some shit, but like I keep wanting to like see how the camera looks. My hair is also not. My hair is not on point.
Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Whiteone's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
The goddess that was, dude. Alright, so that was Act 1. Dope.
Yeah?
I won. Act 1. I wonder if I'll have to fight shit in here. It seems like... Yeah, okay, so everything's open, which means that I don't think I have to be worried. So we're just gonna go west. Just move the camera over here and go. But I will follow my party as they run across the city.
I feel in need of a cleansing flame. You have found it.
Welcome.
What's up with you? Rowan's arms are crossed and his mouth is set in a grim frown as he watches the gathered protesters. He looks ready for a fight. He sizes you up. New in town, eh? You picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier, and you're finding their legacy is no better here. I don't know what the legacy is. Is that like the money? It's the Animancers. Migrants scorch them, and they nest in the city like rats. You mark my words, though. Us dozens are going to put a stop to it. What's up with the dozens? Interesting citizens on the free Defiance Bay from dangerous influence of Animancers. Ugh. A lot of free thinkers. Well, okay, actually, if they're going against the nobles. But like, what? I don't even know what animancy is. I guess I gotta find out more about it. Is it an abomination unto our Lord? I don't know how it works. Goodbye. You're crazy. Yeah, I feel like necromancy gets a bad name. You know, it's always evil. And you're like, it's frowned upon. Like you'll get shot if you necromance anything. But like, I think it depends on the kind of necromancy, because some necromancy is like yanking a spirit from happy land times. Gordy. A young boy watches a passerby and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt, but except for the grass stains, his clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick furtive effort to pocket his coins. Hey, mister, wanna know a secret? That's my child voice, just kidding. Hey, mister! I know a real good secret. Careful, I've traveled the continent, the hardest bargains still come from my 7-year-old. Really? What is it? He shrugs and clasps his hand behind his back, kicking a loose pebble. I just saw folks hiding some really neat things. I can show you where, but Mom and Dad tell me not to talk to strangers. His eyes slowly roll up at you. Maybe you could help me with something, then we wouldn't be strangers. Okay, so here's the deal. This kid's full of shit, but I feel like walking into traps in these kinds of games is usually profitable, like in Fallout when the people are like, hey, follow me into this alley, and then you just kill them and take their guns. So, I'll bite. Help you with what? The Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. Stops long enough to catch his breath. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the Expedition Hall, and he has a dagger made of real March steel. He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid, and kids don't know anything about daggers, but that's not true. I know lots about daggers. I know about the different kinds of steel. I know how the Crucible Knights make them in a forge. I know that the tip can pierce low-gauge scale armor, and the one that's good and sharp can cut through bone. I don't know if you're responsible enough for a dagger. You're full of shit. You're too young to play with knives. The lad has good taste. Yeah. I'm sure your parents told you that, or they'd be asking you. If you're gonna be a real warrior, you have to start training young. Train with a wooden sword, fuckboy. Ooh, he has an old soul. That means you got. Well, I guess everybody has an old soul. I don't have time for this. Sorry, kid.
Huh?
I guess I still have the task. I'm not gonna give a kid a dagger just to get really special things. I'm a man of principle. I'm role-playing this shit. Is that it? That's it. Alright. What about second fires? Or 11sies?
Aye?
What's up with you? Dalton, This elderly man paces back and forth, taking short, hobbled steps. His gaze is distant, and beneath it are the dark rings of many restless nights. He appears to be having a conversation with someone who isn't there. And the way you fought, cutting down two at a time, we shared quite a victory, you and I. Who are you talking to? My, oh by the flame, for just a moment I thought I heard her. What troubles you? Just the memories of my youth in the North Watch Rangers. Trials and adventures from a lifetime ago. Of late, the memory of lost battles and fallen friends has been especially vivid. Tell me about these memories. It's been nearly 60 years. We were known throughout the Deerwood. We thought we'd adventure together forever, collecting coppers and inspiring songs. That was until we faced Helig of Thine. I already hate Helig of Thine because you guys sound like a bunch of cool people, guys. He was a wizard whose experiments in necromancy left a trail of bodies, some reanimated from Salsville to Midwood. We tracked him as we fled toward the Valian Republics, catching him just west of the Lake of Drowned Tombs. That is the most badass name for a lake I've ever heard. We were fools, seasoned as we were not prepared for his foul magic. Our numbers were nothing against his power. A wiser man would have ordered a retreat. Not me. By some curse of the gods, I was knocked out. When I awoke, my rangers, my Rowena, they were all dead. Oh, damn, that's sad as fuck. And now you hear someone's voice? I know that it sounds like an old man's madness, but I hear her, a voice over my shoulder, calling me in my dreams. At night, I see her wandering the catacombs beneath the city, trying to escape. You know, could be ghost trapped there. Waiting for me. Were I a warrior, I'd search every grave and rat hole. As it is, I'm stuck. Agonizing. All sorts of catacombs. You seem like a bro. There's an entrance southwest of here on the other side of the canal. You're truly a gift from the gods. If there's anything you can find. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now, actually. Fuck. Wait, where's... There they are. I got you, old man. You seem like a badass. Maybe her soul got ripped from her body, but she didn't get stuck or something. Who are you? Are you another? Yeah. Maybe if I was playing by myself, I might speed read through them, but it takes a while to read out loud all the stuff, and I don't want to just like... I guess I could open them and just speed read them, but that's kind of boring. So, fuck it. The real question is, do these quests have like levels or anything, or is it just like, I don't know, try it. Something secret. Voice from the past. There we go. Cool. I should be able to find her. Let's Ooh. As you approach the dead man, you feel the faint traces of his soul lingering, a stunned uncertainty holding it in place. When you near, without warning, the soul hurries towards you, as though you were a solitary light in the dank gloom of this place to usher it away. Its essence invades your consciousness. You are in a different body now, walking deeper into the catacombs, cloaked in a dark robe with a mask pulled over your face. You're following a familiar path along the canal, heading to a room built around a statue of a figure wearing a robe much like yours. I think that was a run-on sentence. Others await, clothed in hoods and shadows. Ahead is another figure dressed like you, traveling in the same direction. You don't know his name, and that's how it's supposed to be. Out of the darkness, something monstrous grabs the other figure. You turn to flee, but find yourself face to face with a troll. The panic pounding through your brain is interrupted by razor-edged teeth and claws. That is really well written. Damn. The panic pounding through your brain. So the panic's going through your brain, and that gets interrupted. Means you got it. You snap yourself out of the dead man's memory. His corpse lies on the damp and grimy ground. His hood and mask are missing, and his clothes are shredded. You alright? Looked like you almost lost your footing for a minute. Feels that way when I see into the ether. You really are a watcher, aren't you? Once in a great many generations, one of my people was born with the ability to speak to souls. Usually such individuals become elders, or a lone set of tracks in the snow. God, this game's writing is so fucking good sometimes. She cocks her head. I would have thought my journey would be easier if I could see what you see, but looking at you, I'm not so sure. Neither am I. You know, believe it or not, I once would have rejoiced to know I'd picked to travel far in search of something great. But even these gifts come with a cost, don't they? Forgive me if I was a little skeptical of your abilities before. I can't say I've ever met a real watcher before. Oh, don't worry about him. He just likes doing that from time to time. Seems to cheer him up, so I just let him. Once he's seen it a few times, the shock wears off. Every time he goes a little strange in the face, I try to see if I can hear anything. It hasn't worked so far. See if you can get him to tell you what the spirit said. That was a really nice... Fuck, I did it again! That was a really nice little dialogue thing, because it kind of showed that, like, the party's coming together, and they're like, oh yeah, he does that. Like, they're bonding, you know? That's kind of badass. I like that.
The dozens.
What's up? Pretty sure you won't.
Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too. Assumed there'd be less of them.
Godhammer? That's what they called the bomb they blew up Wadewood with. Don't know much about it other than that. Anything kills a living god. Guess you gotta name it. Well, fuck yeah, you gotta name it. Godhammer works. Jeez. What do you have against him? Nothing serious. Nothing I don't have against a lot of folks, anyway. The dozens, they like to take things into their own hands. Gets ugly sometimes. We don't have them in the Gilded Vale, but they'd be right at home there. My bro. They picked that name so they could do what they wanted and feel like it was right. God, nothing to do with honor or sacrifice. They like to invoke Magrin too, when they especially want to feel right. Somehow I don't think she'd be too impressed with that a lot. I'm sure she'd like to set him on fire anytime they use her name, but the gods probably got rules against that kind of thing. People hide behind symbols so they can't be questioned. Ain't that the truth? The Duke's a reasonable man. Maybe while we're in Defiance Bay, we can get him to force people to call themselves what they are. Don't imagine they'd have as many members if they called themselves the Lavernus Sheepfuckers. Savage! Savage Adair! Why do they call themselves the Dozens, though? Not some real. Those 12 Deerwoodans stood outside Halgot Citadel looking for Wadewind to cross the bridge there. They had to hold him there long enough for the Godhammer to detonate, so that's what they did. That's pretty badass, though. Fuck with that.
The water, it's gross.
Nice and quiet.
Door. Sneaky yo. Aha. You can't fool me, lesser black ooze. Not like that. You'll need to be... That works. Actually, can we get like in here?
Hey.
Quickly. Bow him.
You're not getting through me!
And now it begins.
Actually, maybe I should cut this episode off. Yeah, alright, we're at 28. That's getting there. So, thanks for watching, if you watched. Hopefully... I mean, that was just a lot of talking. I didn't actually fight one thing as soon as I was about to start a fight. But next episode there will be a lot of fighting. But I think fighting is when I mumble the most, so that'll be interesting to try to focus on. Not mumbling, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you like hopping in, because I want to know what people are watching, and I don't trust the views. So, anyways, thanks for watching. See you next. Bye.